Well, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate you taking the time to manage schedule. I know everybody's very busy, you know, a military career is, in no small part, a combination of the efforts that everybody who is a part of the family of a service member contributes. So, you know, in my day as a company commander and as a young lieutenant, I had the opportunity to have attend a lot of family days and family functions and things of that nature. And I always try to express my sincerest gratitude for the family members that are involved, because oftentimes they make very significant, not oftentimes, most times, they make a very significant sacrifice for service members in defense of, you know, our way of life. So thank you very much for attending. I really appreciate it. So I hope you enjoy the ceremony. Thank you very much. I'll walk up to this side.
Right, please. Captain Randy Cash retired after 30 years of faithful service as a chaplain in the United States Navy. His service includes notable assignments as the commanding officer of the Naval Chaplain School and as a deputy chaplain of the Marine Corps. He is also a recipient of the Bronze Star Medal. At this time, Captain Randy Cash will provide an invocation by reciting the Marine's Prayer.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Before we pray, I'd just like to say to Phil and Coley, thank you for honoring the American Legion of North Carolina and honoring me by allowing us to host your retirement ceremony today. This is a very special time. The American Legion will be 100 years old in March of next year. Literally, the doughboys and the devil dogs and the sailors crawled out of the trenches in France and formed the American Legion, and we're proudly celebrating our 100 years. The Navy Chaplain Corps and the Marine Corps have a long history together and have always had a very, very special bond that goes all the way back to November of 1775. On 10 November 1775, the Marine Corps was founded at Tun Tavern in Philadelphia, and 18 days later, the Navy Chaplain Corps on 28 November 1775 was founded to get the Marines out of Tun Tavern. And so this special relationship has been around for a very, very long time. I had the privilege of serving with the Marine Corps, with 2nd Marines, 6th Marines, 26 MU, and it was, as was noted earlier, as the Deputy Chaplain of the Marine Corps. So thank you, Phil, for honoring me by allowing me to be here today as well. Will you pray with me? Almighty Father, whose command is over all, and whose love never fails, make me aware of thy presence and obedient to thy will. Keep me true to my best self, guarding me against dishonesty in purpose and deed, and helping me to live so that I can face my fellow Marines, my loved ones, and thee without shame or fear. Protect my family. Give me the will to do thy work and the work of a Marine, and to accept my share of responsibilities with vigor and with enthusiasm. Grant me the courage to be proficient in my daily performance. Keep me loyal and faithful to my superiors and to the duties my country and the Marine Corps have trusted to me. Help me to wear my uniform with dignity, and let it remind me daily of the traditions which I must uphold. If I am inclined to doubt, steady my faith. If I am tempted, make me strong to resist. If I should miss the mark, give me courage to try again. Guide me with the light of truth, and grant me wisdom by which I may understand the answer to my prayer. Amen.
Amen.
Marines to be retired. Center, march. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for honors to our national colors.
Ready? Please.
Please be seated. I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically over great institutes of learning. I stand guard with the greatest military power on the face of the earth. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident, I am arrogant, I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my colors a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshipped, I am saluted, I am respected, I am revered, I am loved, and above all, I am feared by my enemies. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Gettysburg, Shiloh and the Appomattox, San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, the Argonne Forest, Rome, the beaches of Normandy, the deserts of Africa, the cane fields of the Philippines, the rice paddies and jungles of Guam, Okinawa, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, the Persian Gulf, and a score of places long forgotten by all but those who were with me. I was there. I led my Marines and sailors. I followed them. I watched over them. They loved me. On a small hill in Iwo Jima, I was dirty, battle-worn and tired, but my Marines and sailors cheered me, and I was proud. I have been soiled, burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of the countries that I helped set free, but it does not hurt, for I am invincible. I have been soiled, burned, torn, and trampled in the streets of my own country. But when it is done by those who I have served in battle, it hurts. But I shall overcome, for I am strong. I have slipped the bonds of the earth, and from my vantage point on the moon, I have stood watch over the uncharted frontiers of space. I have borne silent witness to all of America's finest hours, but my finest hours are yet to come. When I am torn into strips and used as bandages for my wounded comrades on the fields of battle, when I fly at half-mast to honor my Marines and sailors, or when I lie in the trembling arms of a grieving mother at the graveside of her fallen son or daughter, I am proud. My name is Old Glory, long may I wave. Dear God, long may I wave. Ladies and gentlemen, the flag being presented to Major Cordeiro was flown over the command post of Combat Outpost Waleed in the Al-Anbar province of Iraq, and the command post of Combat Outpost Edinburgh in the Helmand province of Afghanistan.
Mama.
Attention to orders. Department of the Navy, this is to certify that Major Philip D. Cordeiro was transferred to the retired list of the United States Marine Corps on the 29th day of September 2018. Signed, Robert B. Neller, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Dear Major Cordeiro, upon the occasion of your retirement, I extend my sincere appreciation for your dedicated service to the Corps. During your career, the Marine Corps has been involved in combat, and it has been because of Marines like you that the Corps has acquitted itself so well on the battlefield. High standards of excellence in conduct and performance have long been our hallmark, and with them, a unique spirit that sets us apart. You can be proud to have been a part of a legacy and to have attained your grade in an organization such as ours. In recognizing your long and dedicated service to the Corps, we cannot fail to acknowledge the contributions of your family over those many years. Long and frequent separations are our way of life for Marines, and it takes a very special kind of family to share the many hardships with us. We owe them our deepest gratitude. As you leave our active ranks, go with the knowledge that your distinguished service will have a lasting influence, and it has served you a legion of friends and fellow Marines who wish you well in the coming years. The Corps is better because you served, and our nation can stand proud because it produces Marines like you. I speak for all Marines in wishing you good health and good fortune. Semper Fi, Marine. Signed, Robert B. Neller, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Certificate of Appreciation for service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America, Major Philip D. Cordeiro. I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. I trust that in the coming years you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you serve. Those who follow in your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our American freedoms. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. Donald J. Chunk, Commander-in-Chief. Traditionally, military personnel would keep their personal belongings in a trunk, which would accompany them on their travels around the globe. Upon retirement, many members of the military, but particularly those in the naval service, use a box similar to the size of the lift-out tray found in a well-worn trunk as their shadow box. Military shadow boxes were originally simple boxes in which sailors retiring from shipboard service carried their belongings ashore. Superstition held that if the sailor's shadow box touched shore before his foot set upon it, he would suffer ill luck. By carrying his belongings, which represented a metaphorical shadow of himself, enclosed within the box, he could ensure he would touch the shore before his shadow. At this time, Major Cordeiro's wife, Dr. Coley Cordeiro, will present him with a shadow box to commemorate his service.
This is the first time that I've seen it, so. You want to come on this side and take a picture?
He got some of me.
Want me to get out one of those, or no?
Good. Cool.
Right. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending.
For comments at this time, we'll let off, I've written 3 different speeches, and as usual, sometimes they don't feel let off to a really good talk to myself. This ceremony should serve as a benchmark of his career, his service to his nation, his service to the Marine Corps, his character and his expression. And today when he goes home and hangs his uniform in the closet, it needs to be dressed right dressed. Not saying he will ever have to bring it out again, but I did twice already for him. He needs to be dressed right dressed, and for those of us that have served, when you go home at night and you dust off your boots or your shoes, you stand back and reflect on the things that you were challenged with that day. Bill was challenged with many tasks, and many tasks he overcame. I think he should be proud of his service, and we should be proud of him to be in this group and in this family. Thank you for your service to the nation, to the Marine Corps, and to the people of America. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, sir. Thanks again, everybody, for coming, and thanks specifically to Captain Jared Hollis, who is our adjutant narrator today. I know I kind of dropped it in his lap, and he rose to the occasion, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. I know it's a little bit stressful, so thank you very much. Thank you to Major Dunbar and the recruiting station, Raleigh Command. They did a lot to support me my final career on recruiting duty. I like to think that I left a small mark on, especially the officer selection station, to set them up for success. But you know, we take very seriously the mantra that once a Marine, always a Marine. And so, you know, Major Dunbar, if there's anything I can do for you, you know, in the, you know, I'm going to be in Raleigh. So if the OST is struggling or something like that, you just reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Or if there's anything you think I can do, same thing for you.
Sure.
We'll
call you tomorrow.
What's that?
We'll call you tomorrow.
Okay. But yeah, thank you very much, you know, for the Marines and all those who have served in the room, and for the families for your contributions. You know, freedom truly is not free. I wanted to, you know, have the Old Glory read specifically because, you know, everybody has the right to trample the flag, but it stands for the hundreds of thousands, millions of individuals who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for us. And so, you know, we are standing here today because of them, and in light of all the sacrifice that anyone in this room has made, we're still here of sound mind and body, so we have that to appreciate. So thank you very much. After the celebration, we'll give probably 20-30 minutes to try and eat some of that food and mingle with each other, but we're going to be meeting at Trophy Tap and Table, which is on Wilmington Street at 3 it's probably around 3 p.m. now, but you know, 20-30 minutes or so. It's actually within walking distance, so you don't have to drive if you don't want to. But we hope to see you there. If you don't come, you're not going to insult me, you know, if you have other plans, but I just wanted to extend the invitation. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.